All right, we are back, flashing it back as per usual. Tuesday. Before we start the actual thing, did anybody watch the eclipse yesterday? Let us know in the comments if you thought that was kind of interesting.
The world was ending.
Yeah,
and it stopped.
The apocalypse eclipse.
Praise the sun.
Eclipse. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, if the world ended, then this video won't exist. So, yeah. So we had to skip a week of flashback. We did some Momir. You can check that video out if you want. We had 277 votes, which for a 2-week voting period is pretty low.
Yeah, that's a little low.
Yeah, but that's okay. So in last place we had Turn 2 Infect. I think it was just put in too. So
didn't even last.
No,
Turn
it didn't.
2.
I guess people are just tired of seeing Infect. But I will admit I did want to see if I could make that deck a lot,
because it was a budget list that he'd given us. So.
Yeah. So it would have been kind of fun to turn that into a non-budget list. But that had 51 votes, so that gets out of there. Then we had Merfolk, which had 53 votes. Unfortunately, this is its 5th voting period,
yes,
I believe. So it gets booted out anyway, because it's always a bridesmaid.
Couldn't get up there.
Nope. In second place, we had Grixis Control with 68 votes, so that gets to stick around a little longer. And in first place, we had Enbantment Control with 105 votes. So that's what I'm playing.
So many votes.
Yeah. So next week, Grixis Control is the only one that comes back. So we're adding 3 new decks in. Sort of new. So we're adding in Black White Babies, which was a fan favorite. So that'll be there. We have Blue Black Tezzerator, which is kind of it's an interesting artifact-based Tezzeret list.
Yeah, it
that
plays
also
a lot of
has combo.
pre-sideboarded cards and can filter through them to find what it needs.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And Green Weenie, which that was, I believe, the second one.
The fourth one voted out.
The fourth one voted out. All right. Fourth one that was voted out. So we're throwing that back in.
It never made it in flashback.
No.
Got kicked out, I think, immediately.
Exactly. And we are pretty close to running out of decks to feature, actually, like to throw into the voting. I think we've almost thrown in every single one.
Of our modern lists.
Of our modern list, of course, which is the point of this thing.
You throw a vintage list and all of a sudden it's not really a fair match.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so at some point, like, we're gonna be running out of lists to put in, so I think what we'll end up doing when we get to that point, maybe around episode 50 or so, I think we're on like 38, 39, something like that. What we might do is take a break of doing flashback, throw something else in this time slot while we build up some more stock, and then, maybe...
Flash it back a second time.
Flash it back again. It'd be nice to get another match, or another deck to the, 4 wins in a row, so that we can have something to face against fairies, because so far fairies stands alone there.
It really does stand alone.
Which is very interesting.
It's had a few decks come close.
Yeah. Yeah. There's about 3 different decks came super close, but just couldn't pull it off.
Punted it right at the finish line.
Could not pull it off. Alright, yep. So I'm playing Enbantment Control. I will be going first since I'm the challenger deck, and we'll see you in game 1. Alright, game 1. Gonna show my hands. So this deck actually went through quite a few changes. That's a new inclusion, which might give away what I have in my hand to you. I don't know. But, yeah. So that's what we're working with. Go ahead.
We've got... those. Whoop.
Alright. So, I'm going to lead things off. The breeding pool untapped, going to 18, and we're just going to cast some Seaman Visions. Draw a card. Scry 2. I think we actually want both those. As sad as that may be, I think we do. Yeah, keeping them both. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Verdant Catacombs, crack that, going to 19. Bosk.
It's pretty boss.
Revealing a treefolk carpenter.
Sure.
We're going to cast a treefolk carpenter.
Yep. Whatever will you find?
Treefolk carpenter is going to find a Doran.
Sure.
Enter go.
Pretty standard type of turn 1 for this deck. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to play an untapped Temple Garden. It sucks to have to play all these lands untapped, but... Tap 2.
I mean, my 0/3 is pretty threatening.
Well, it will be next... I guess not next turn, but pretty soon. We're going to cast Herald of the Pantheon. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
It's not scary this turn, but it will be. In due course.
Swamp.
Yep.
I think we'll just abrupt decay that now.
Sure.
Enter go.
Didn't even have to pay life for that one. Okay. Here's another one. And...
That could have been a pretty cheap enchantment.
Yeah. And here is a Temple Guard. Pass turn.
Untap.
Very well could have.
Draw for turn. Temple Garden, untapped, going to 17.
Yep. Gee, I wonder what might be coming this turn.
Doran.
Yep.
3.
13.
Enter go.
Gonna untap. Draw a card. Okay, now that's probably enough of these.
It's never enough.
Well, we're gonna go for a riddle form. Gaining a life, because we cast an enchantment. Going to 14. Then, we are going to cast an Oblivion Ring on Doran the Siege Tower. Cost one less.
Activating riddle form, but
Yes.
he's got summoning sickness.
I mean, if you have like a free removal spell, I guess. Makes sense. Gain a life from that as well. Going to 15. Then we will attack you for 2.
15.
And I'll play a Celestial Colonnade tapped. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw
Yeah, that would have been a
turn.
1-mana Oblivion Ring if this wouldn't have got decayed immediately. It's pretty spicy.
Verdant.
Yep. Another Doran.
And, yeah, the train doesn't stop. Here's a
Yep.
Doran. 3.
12.
Turgo.
Guess I wasn't the only one with duplicates. Okay. That's definitely enough of those. I might have to chump block this turn. That's pretty sad. I'm gonna play a Plains. And... yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
End of your turn. Correct that. Going to 14. Find a Temple Garden.
Yep.
Untap. Draw for turn. Eight.
Is it worth actually chump blocking? I'll tell you what I'll do. So no, I'm not going to do this anyway. I'm going to scry before declare blockers. And see what we're working with. That's not good.
Away with ye.
I think at this point, sad as that is, I'm going to chump block that and take 3. Going to 9.
A Rhino.
Okay, go to 6.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. That's another land. Alright.
Probably a good thing you blocked Doran in the end.
I don't
The
know.
Siege Rhino following it up.
I don't know. So, let's see here. Can throw that there. And then I still take 8, which kills me.
Because it is the downside of the riddle form is you don't really have instants to activate
No.
it to block, so...
Definitely not. Also didn't help that I kept a hand that was light on lands, and then I left 2 lands on top of Serum Visions, but I've just seen lands since. Like, even past those 2 cards. I'm like, 4 lands, that's fine. But now I have 7? Which I didn't really need. So here's what we're gonna do, since we're dead no matter what. Yeah. Okay, I've got a cool plan. Because even blocking with the Colonnade on Doran is not going to keep me alive, because I'm going to be taking damage from those 2. So we're going to play an untapped Hallowed Fountain, going to 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to Primeval Light ourselves, which activates the Riddle form, but it's also an enchantment. So then these die. You get this back. And if we were playing Old Legend rule, these would kill each other, but we're not, so they don't.
I'll keep the untapped one.
And I'll pass turn.
Untap.
That would have been a sick play if we were still playing with Old Legend rule, but as it stands, it was just kind of a funny one.
Beats.
Yep, I'm dead. There's another land. And another mana source. Very solid. Oh, man. Okay, and you would have whooped me no matter what that game. Whew. Oh, boy. Anyway, so that was that game, and we will see you in Sideboards. Alright, Sideboard time. So, rest in peace. As it seems like every time we play against the same deck over and over, it seems Rest in Peace is always in the next Challenger deck sideboard, so kind of seems pointless, but in this particular matchup, it doesn't do a lot. Shuts up Tarmogoyf, kind of. That's about it.
Yeah, like Tassiger and things. But...
It's not great. Ghostly Prison. Now, this card's more for, like, really fast aggro decks, or, like, decks where you can just, like, Zoo, for instance. This is the type of card for that.
Or,
this deck,
like, go wide.
Yeah. This deck is interesting. Like, Ghostly Prison might be okay, but honestly, like, even though last game you beat down pretty hard, pretty fast, you also, by that time, had the mana. You could have just paid for it, probably. So...
Yeah, like, my power's focused in one or two big, beefy threats.
Exactly. So this might have bought me, like, a turn, but... so I don't think I want that. Stubborn Denial... He does have a lot of cheap removal spells, and this is good for keeping, like, Yavimaya Enchantress alive, if I can actually land one of those. But I don't think I actually want it here. Yeah, I don't think I do. I might bring it in Game 3 if I manage to take Game 2. But we'll see. Nature's Claim doesn't really do anything at all. Feed the Clan, again, this is more for, like, if you're dying really, really, really fast, to, like, quick threats. His deck is more like I could do this and I could gain 10 life, but then you'll probably hit me for 15 again. So it's probably not going to matter.
Probably have a couple 5/5s.
Like, it might save me for a turn.
And you might not even have you have my Enchantress.
Yeah.
Probably has Ferocious most of the time in your deck.
Exactly.
But it might just be dead.
Yeah, very true. So Starfield of Nyx and Lunar Forest, these used to be in the main deck of the one that was submitted, but it's kind of a nombo with Enchanted Evening. My main deck, I turned more into Enchanted Evening with Yavimaya Enchantress and...
Primeval Light.
Primeval Light, yes. The card that didn't do anything at all for me last turn. Which always looks terrible when you draw that.
Like it doesn't need the other
pieces.
card to work.
Exactly. But, so that's what I'm doing more so in the main deck. This stuff got moved to the sideboard, so it is very, like Lunar Forest, of course, goes really good with Starfield of Nyx, because it counters a thing, and then you just keep getting it back. They have to cast 2 spells a turn to get anywhere, basically. So what you would want to do with these cards is probably take out the Enchanted Evenings and the Primeval Lights, bring these in, and maybe something else if you need something else. But I don't think I need to do that in this matchup. This is more for, like, control-y sort of games where you can just, like, eventually value out your opponent, whereas you have big, beefy threats that I'm kind of a little worried about, and I don't think I can wait to get the 5 mana and then wait another turn to start getting things back. So I don't think I want to do that. Saving Grace I do definitely want, because I'm playing against Doran, which essentially flips power and toughness, and this grants you 3 toughness, as well as potentially saving something. Or saving yourself, also.
Yeah, it's saving itself.
Yeah. So it's it can be pretty good. It can be pretty good. And it's an enchantment.
It's an enchantment. It was cute, so he had to include it in the sideboard.
And it just so happens that against Doran, it would be really
Doran,
good.
it potentially does something.
Exactly. So I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to just take out a Commune with the Gods, because it's just a slow thing that might find you something eventually. So that's what I'm doing.
I have quite a bit more to bring in. Definitely bring in Thoughtseizes. We have 2 Collective Brutalities in the main. Not very many instant and sorceries he has. Yeah. But he has a ton of enchantments, and Thoughtseize can target those. Collective Brutality can't. So that switch kind of seems obvious. Kambal has whenever they cast a non-creature spell, which is like the majority of his deck, it drains them for 2. Also really good, so we're going to be bringing that in. Paths. I think we have enough removal main boarded that we don't really need to include the paths. Yeah, at least for creatures. We're going to bring a Maelstrom Pulse in because his removals, journeys, and O-rings, and this just allows us to rebuy those, as well as deal with Enchanted Evening or whatever other shenanigans he can play. Same with Nature's Claim. I mean, it destroys an enchantment, which is what we want it to do, so bringing in those in as well. The rest of the cards, not really needed. As for what else we're taking...
gone over them before.
Yeah, we've shown them before. They're for different matchups. Don't really need them here. What we're taking out, Ishkana, a little expensive to cast. We'd rather just be able to deal with his bigger threats than play it out. Especially since we're not really trading resources. Like, he doesn't have instants and sorceries that he's casting. So we might not hit Delirium always when we have 5 mana. So, not the greatest. Scooz, he doesn't really have any graveyard utility anymore. Like, he does have it in the sideboard, but it's been moved out. And we don't really need it anymore. So, Scavenging Ooze comes out. One Fatal Push. This little... It was this or Path. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a toss-up which one's which. Just because Maelstrom Pulse is pretty similar. And same with Nature's Claim. Like, he has enchantment creatures, so we're not really losing too much there.
And Fatal Push to hit the Constellation guy, and you have my Enchantress, you have to have something
I have to have Revolt in order for this to be good, so I think that just barely inches out cutting a path. And then Chasiger. This one's also tough, just because he does have the way to clear our board completely, including lands. And Chasiger is beautiful that next turn, because we can cast it for the 1 mana. Mm-hmm. But other than that, it's not exciting, because once again, unless we have a whole bunch of like our Thought Seasons and stuff in our opening hand, we might not have enough cards in our graveyard to cast them early, so it's kind of a toss-up.
Makes sense.
So, these 6 coming in, these 6 out.
Alright, and we'll see you in Game 2. Okay, Game 2. Show my hand. That's what I have going on. Go ahead.
I've got those.
Okay. So, I'm going to lead with an untapped breeding pool, to an 18, and a Noble Hierarch. Pass turn.
Gonna go for a Murmuring Bosk.
Yep.
Revealing Doran the Siege Tower.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to 19 to add a black. And Thought Sees You going to 17.
That's what I've got.
So you got 2 removal spells. And
Do you want to take one of my removal or my only threat?
I think we'll just take your only threat.
Seems right.
Enter go.
A little late to the party. Actually, I guess that wouldn't have really mattered. We're gonna Utopia Sprawl white on a breeding pool. And we'll also play Snow-Covered Island. Attack you for 1.
16.
Pass the turn.
Windswept Heath going to 15. Find a plains.
Yep. Almost a Doran.
You do know it's coming.
It's true. But you also know I have 2 answers to it. So.
That is true. Tapping this for a green.
Yep.
Goif.
Pelmoguif. 3/4.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Sure. I will Journey to the Tarmogoyf. It's pretty much almost as big as Doran's going to be anyway. Attack you for 1.
And he could potentially hit as hard as Doran if you let him live a turn.
Exactly. Yeah, Snow-Covered Forest. Pass turn. This one's foil, though.
Untap.
So that's relevant.
Draw for turn. Forest. Adding a black going to 13.
Yep.
Doran.
Yep.
Turgo.
Tap. Draw. White on that. Oblivion Ring Doran. I wish this was instant speed so I could attack. I guess that wouldn't work because it would switch it anyways. But, yeah. That's fine. Attack for 1. Little Hierarch getting in there.
12.
And here's a Tech Edge. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
So my guess is you probably have another one. Or else, I don't know if you would have just ran that out there.
Tech Edges.
You need 4. You don't have 4, so. And it can only destroy non-basics also.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
You got the third removal spell.
I guess we'll see. Guess this turn we just go these ones, 4 mana. Eidolon of Blossoms. Draw a card. That was reasonable. Riddle Form. Draw a card. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Yeah, I thought you either would have another Doran or you'd have like a Abrupt Decay for the Oblivion Ring or something like that.
5.
13.
It's tough.
Very pretty lands. Just realized.
Yeah, they are pretty shiny. I'm gonna ruin it though.
Ah.
This is why I was checking the Tectonic Edge, because I wasn't sure if I could crack this in response to cancel it, but it's not actually how I can get it to work.
It's the same reason you can Tech Edge twice in one turn if you got 2 of them.
So, going to add the green now, going to 11. And I think we just Nature's Claim that now.
Yep. It's been claimed.
This might have been better, but I don't know.
I gained 4 life from that, right?
Yeah, you do gain 4 life.
17.
That's undone most of what Doran did. Enter go.
So I was arguing whether you had a removal spell for Oblivion Ring or another Doran. Turns out you had both. Draw a card. Yeah, that's fine. As far as I know, you don't have any land destruction in your deck. So I'm going to Utopia Sprawl the Breeding Pool once again. This time we will, I guess, add white again. Cause
That's your only white source.
yeah, it's the only white source. Well, other than Noble Hierarch, I suppose. So we draw a card. That's fine. I could take out your only black source, I suppose. That's a thing I could do. Yeah. I think that's what I want to do. Or do I do this first? I think I do this first. Okay, so tap that for white, green. Cast Yavimaya Enchantress.
Ooh. How big is that thing?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6. Sorry, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 7.
Yep.
We're gonna Tech Edge the Bosk.
In response, add a black, go to 10. Green. Abrupt Decay that.
Of course. So,
Turns out
when I asked the question, did you have a second Doran, a removal spell for Oblivion Ring? Turns out you had 2 removal spells for Oblivion Ring and a second Doran.
Yeah, I was going to free Tarmogoyf, but that's a little scarier. It's a good thing he did that first.
Yeah.
I mean, I am a 10.
Yeah, that's true. Still in a lot of trouble. Plus, you killed all the cool things I'm gonna... Like, if I can win this game by just attacking with a 2/2 a bunch of times, what fun is that?
I mean, it's 3 damage.
Tech Edge was my land this turn, right?
No, you had it before.
I had it before? Okay. So, Celestial Colonnade. And we'll cast Rancor on Eidolon of Blossoms.
Oh.
So we draw a card from that. And we'll attack you for 5.
Go to 5.
Oh, actually, sorry, no, because
no.
Doran.
Still attack me for 3.
So it's only 3. Basically, Rancor was just a cantrip. So that's fine.
7.
Pass the turn.
Haha.
Apparently, I cannot mathematics.
Hierarch.
Yep.
Ow. Harbinger.
Sure.
Harbinger's going to find me.
We should have put a Crypt Swap in the sideboard. Never thought of that. Crypt Swap.
Oh, but I don't have the black source. That's my problem now. So I can't, because I was thinking of grabbing Nameless Inversion, but I don't have a black source. So a removal spell, maybe not. I think I have to grab an Overgrown too. As unexciting as that will be.
Yeah. I guess I could have actually got fancy with had the ordering of how I did last turn. I could have... Let's see. I could have ordered that where I tech-edged your black source first.
Yeah, and then pass to the second main phase.
Yeah, past the second main phase. But what I actually wanted to do was I wanted to see what I drew off of doing...
Well, we wouldn't
do
have...
first.
You didn't draw anything off the Enchantress. That's why I was confused.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah, okay. So I could have structured that better. But either way, I mean, you getting a Goyf back doesn't really help me that much either. Go to 12.
It was 6 damage.
Oh, yeah, Exalted. Go to 11.
Enter go.
Alright. So I'm good. That's fine, actually. We're going to...
Oh, no.
Spreading Seas Horizon Canopy. Draw 2 cards. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. Cards in hand?
1 card in hand.
Two white and a blue.
Spreading Seas is like almost an ancestral recall.
Oblivion Ring Mad Doran.
Rude.
Draw a card off the Eidolon.
Now your Rancor is actually doing something.
It's true. We haven't played a land yet, so I'll play a Snooker.
I think
Forest.
Nature's claiming the Eidolon was the correct play.
It might have been. Might have been. Tap 2 for a Riddle Form. Draw a card.
I was thinking I might have been able to finish you off, but no.
Then I'll attack you for actual 5 this time. You can block a lot of it if you need to.
We'll block 3 of it.
Sure. So 2.
Go to 4.
Yeah, that's all I got. Pass turn.
But I know what my top card is.
Also, 4 is a very convenient number because I've got this.
2.
Ah.
Enter go.
All right.
Couldn't ever cast this Liliana because you destroyed my black source.
Sweet. We'll sprawl again. Also white. Why not? Draw a card. Serum Visions. I'm only doing this because I want to do something cool.
You can almost just activate
So
that.
close to doing something cool. So close. I mean, that does activate it. This one.
No,
does.
I was saying like you can almost just activate this
just with that
one
itself.
land.
Oh, man. That really pisses me off. I was so close to doing this. I guess I could have maybe scried first to try and find it. Whatever. Fine. I'm just going to tell you what I was going to do. I was digging for this because Enchanted Evening with Eidolon of Blossoms is pretty nuts. All permanents are enchantments in addition to their other types, so even when you play a land, it's an enchantment when it enters the battlefield, so you draw a card for every single permanent that you play.
That's
pretty
a few
sweet.
cards.
It's pretty disgusting. But I was
There's
one too
card
low
for
to
it.
find it, so I'll just leave it on top.
You'll just have to let me live a turn.
Yeah, I guess so. Or I can just attack for 3 in the sky.
Yeah. Dead.
All right, 3 lands in hand. Whew. All right, well, that didn't really show any of the combo elements of this deck, but it did show like how you can kind of just mid-range your opponent out after enough time has passed. So that was game 2, and we'll see you in game 3. All right, game 3. Go ahead.
We've got those. Whoop.
And for myself, that. And I would not be at all surprised if I should have just left those cards on the table, because you have so many permission spells.
Think we're going to start Burnt Catacombs.
Yep.
It's going to go all the way down to 17. Actually, no. It's a little nicer. We're going to go to 19 to find a Murmuring Bosk.
Yep.
Going to reveal a treefolk Harbinger.
Sure.
Cast
Oh, we're
that.
just going to do this instead. Okay.
Yeah, we're going to do this instead. And then we're going to find Overgrown Tomb as our forest. And sure go.
That's fascinating. So in other words, you probably have like 2 Dorans in hand already? Be my guess. Misty. Crack. Going to 19. I'm going to get a forest. And then I'm going to sprawl on blue. Pass the turn. Oh, we gotta get the foil one for searching.
Untap. Draw for turn. Overgrown Tomb untapped.
Yep.
17. Thought sees you.
Ah.
Going to 15. 2 enchantresses, huh?
Yeah. It's the part where you take one of these and then Thought sees me again. That'd be pretty nuts.
I mean, we'll take one of them.
Okay.
And then we'll cast a Noble Hierarch.
Huh. Alright.
Sure go.
That's fairly I guess you could have attacked me for 1.
Oh, yeah. I guess.
You can do it if you
actually.
want.
Yeah, sure.
18.
1. Got all exalted.
Yeah.
So threatening.
So you probably have a removal spell for the second one. We'll make a green and a blue. We'll use the blue to Serum Visions. No, yes. We use the green to Hierarch of our own. Then, since we need to tap land this turn anyway, here's a Canopy Vista. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Attack for 1.
I will take 1 from 17.
Tapping for green. For Goyf.
Yep.
Who I believe is a 3/4.
Yep. Got the same types you do.
Sure go. Well, you have the extra creature.
Yeah. Plus.
Yeah, plus
The
the
same
land
types you
and
do.
sorcery.
Riddle form. And Flooded Strand. Which will crack. Going to 16. And I think we just want... I want to keep my life total fairly reasonable, so I think I'm just going to get a Snow-Covered Plains this turn. And we'll go for the Enchantress. 4/4. Pass the turn.
Untap.
Probably gonna eat a removal spell.
Draw for turn.
We'll see.
Attack for 4 with the Exalted trigger.
Take it. 12.
4 damage.
Oh. Okay.
We're going to
Might as well.
black, green, Abrupt Decay Riddle form to double pump.
Sure.
Because I get instant and enchantment.
Yeah. So that's 2 more than
It's 2 more.
So I'm at 10?
Yes.
Right? Ouch.
And tapping for green for treefolk Harbinger.
Yep.
I think it's going to find me a Temple Garden.
Yep.
Sure go.
Untap.
So you know what? No, it's going to find me a Doran.
Sure.
I have the mana for him.
That glyph is so big. No, you don't. So I think I'll take this one because you got to pay life for the Bosk. Spreading Seas. Draw a card. That glyph is so big. Well, that's gonna do, but we will go for some communion. Well, actually, since I can't take a land with that, and I haven't played a land this turn, I'll play a Tectonic Edge. And then we'll use these two to commune with the gods. So we'll reveal our top 5. And I get an enchantment or creature to my hand. The rest go to the graveyard.
You can even take both if you're so inclined.
It's true. Sort of. Sort of true.
Only for that one specific card.
Yeah. I think I need to take... I can't take that, right? Creature... Oh, no, I can. Creature enchantment.
Yeah, creature enchantment.
Duh. I think I have to take out that Goyf, so I'm going to take this Journey to Nowhere. And then these all go to the
Luckily, you
graveyard.
can't cast it this turn.
Which sucks. Oops. Why can't I?
Because you played your land.
Yeah.
Alright, you do have a Noble Hierarch. Poor Goyf.
Like, did I cast this turn? I didn't think I did. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'll attack you for 6. With Exalted, of course.
Ooh. 9.
Pass the turn. I mean, you very well still might have the Doran mana in your hand. I'm not too sure, but...
Untap. Kind of did those in a weird order, but...
need to play another thing.
Well, you don't have that mana, but we do have another Goyf, so...
It's pretty good.
It's another 5/6.
Nothing new? No. I don't think you can get much bigger than that. I mean, I guess you have Planeswalkers, but...
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Five, 6?
So that's a 5 at the moment?
Yes, it's 5.
Oh yeah, 6 with Exalted, right? That's
Yeah. I'm gonna put Rancor on him. So that pumps him by 3, actually. So then I will attack you. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 with trample.
So I have to block.
It's a 9, 7.
Double block it.
Sure. So 3.
Go to 6.
Play my land. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw for turn. It's not really what we wanted to see.
That Spreading Seas was phenomenal.
Yeah, it really was.
I didn't think you'd miss this many land drops.
Yeah, I kept a one-lander, but I had a
Yeah.
treefolk, so...
And Hierarch?
Yeah, and a hierarch.
Yeah, okay.
So I figured I was fine,
Yeah, it's
but...
reasonable.
Ugh. Windswept
you did get one.
Heath. Going to 5. But is this? Find a plains.
Yep. Also, if you play the Doran, Rancor's +2, +0 falls off, which is kind of cool.
Because I have to take the black.
Yep.
Go to 4. For Doran.
Yep.
So Rancor loses that punch.
Yes.
But it's still 6.
7 attacking?
7 attacking.
Yeah.
Draw a removal spell for Doran. That's pretty bad.
True. But I think that'd be the case no matter what, no?
Yeah. Well, can I live if I don't attack with Tarmogoyf?
Oh, I see.
And so, assuming you kill this, you're attacking for 9, and I can block 6 of it, and it'd go to 1. But if you don't draw a removal spell, putting you to 3 is pretty good. I think you'll probably just chump it. Yeah, I think it is still.
It's going to attack me for 7?
For 7.
It's kind of tough. That put me to 3. You don't have the ability to... Well, I guess Nameless Inversion wouldn't do anything. Because Doran.
Shrink's toughness, or would shrink power.
True. No, I meant like for killing me, but you don't have the mana either. I'm just trying to think of all the possibilities here. Okay, so you attack me with that. You have 5 toughness to block with. I'm attacking for 7 as it currently stands, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or I just am attacking with 6 if I don't... Okay, I'm going to chump block.
Okay. Enter go.
Draw. That's funny. Quite a thing off the top there. Thank you for 7.
Block.
Yep. So 2.
Good 2.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Will that do it?
Seven.
Block.
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 6, by the way.
All right.
It's Doran.
Yes.
Unless I missed anything.
Enter go.
The odds you drew a removal spell. Attack for... What is this now? 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Attack for 8.
Claim Rancor.
Oh, okay. So that goes to my hand, because I put it into a graveyard, and I gain 4 life.
Chump it.
Sure. That kind of works.
It kept me alive a turn.
Yeah, it's true. Here's a Herald.
I mean, you could immediately put it back on, but...
Gonna put it back on and gain a life. Going to 15. Fast turn.
Untap.
It's kind of funny.
Draw for turn. Nah, you got me. I can't cast Lily Elena. I thought I had it, but nope.
Well, I want it chumped anyway, because I'm at
Yeah.
15, so...
I guess that's true.
Yeah. So just leaving that back.
Dead.
I'm just gonna see what I drew, just out of nothing. Alright, yeah, beats.
Beats.
Woo! Spreading Seas, MVP.
Spreading Seas MVP.
Not something you usually hear, but it worked out very... That one's mine, this one's yours. Worked out very well for me this time. Alright, so that was this matchup. pretty exciting, actually. That last game especially was really exciting. And yeah, don't forget to vote. We will see you next week with more Flashback and Friday for our regular scheduled video.